Walk of duty.
Zerg, jibby me, jibby.
Really?
Totally.
Please.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. This is episode 5, Teeny Issues. It's been a busy few weeks and I'm back again, so thanks for your patience. And it's going to be a very interesting episode, by the way. I thought that when you purchase the beautiful cheerleading outfits that the teen girls will be able to use pom-poms, but they don't. But I found a way to make sure that they do. So watch, it's going to happen. This is Ebony, who's had a new hairdo. She's trying to fit in, be part of the girls. And we have Pamela, who's a popular girl. She's in the center part of the cheerleading session. And of course, we have the shady, dark and sinister Princess Susan. Now, the teen boys can't practice football anyway, so there are some adults in the field practicing football. Well, one way or the other, I made this session work.
Way to go!
Now, Ebony has also moved house, my dears. Yes, this is the new Blaine residence. You might recognize this house from some of the builds that are up on the channel. There's a live build for this house. It's called Home, and a full tour for it. Her mum, who's a nurse, has gotten promoted and, is doing quite well. And I thought I'd move them over into this beautiful house. There are a few changes. We're not going to go on a complete tour, but we need a bit of help. And I really want you guys to let me know what color the sitting room should be. Now, this is a fabulous space for them. A major upgrade from the house that they were in. And, it's such that Ebony's coming into her own. She's the dark horse, isn't she? She was the one who didn't really have it all. Now, this color, I think, is beautiful. But it's funny. A ton of you might decide it's not the right color for the space. So I want to work with you on this one. They've just moved in. It's a plain canvas. So we're going to decide what would work best. So you got the purple we did before. And now we've got this sickly pink. I think it's lovely. I mean, they're a family of girls. There's no men in the picture at this point. But then again, it doesn't have to look that way, but you decide. We also have this lovely warmer pink, which matches the throw on the seat. I think it's beautiful. But then again, that's the pink color again. And, just because we're girls, we don't have to live, sleep, drink, and eat pink, do we? We have one more color to try, and that's the crimson. I think it's really hot. And of course, I could have gone through some other colors, but it's a very busy episode. A lot's going to be revealed, and I can't waste that much time here. But let me know in the comments down below what colors would work in the space. Or indeed, maybe we should stick with the white. I think it's too bright. That rhymed. Right, let's get into the kitchen. It's beautiful. I love the big spaces. And when I play in AR, I like to have spaces that are not closed off, because you want to be able to move around without your house running away with you. But this is what I've done here. I've used most of the items from the Wedding Presents live event. Very lovely pieces, but you can't interact with this one anyway. And I decided to stick these herbs above the cooker area so they stay dry for the family to cook, even though we can't cook in AR. And then, of course, as you can see, most of the hot red items in the space from the Wedding Presents live event, they've got the homestead sink in front here. You can see the wine glasses, the aprons, the pictures, and so on. I think it's beautiful kitchen for them. And that's the backyard. This is where the fridge is. Yes, there's a fridge, people. And then we have our Ebony and her mum out in the back part of the house here. On the side here, we have a restroom. And as I say, go to the channel. If you've not seen this build, it's on there. You'll see how everything is laid out. But it's a nice little restroom downstairs for guests or anyone who's downstairs and doesn't want to have to make the journey upstairs to relieve themselves. So mother and daughter are out here just hanging out, because that's what families do. And Ebony is beginning to feel like she's coming into her own. I mean, she's a lovely girl. She has humble beginnings. And she doesn't really need a big house to make her feel like she's someone. But certainly she's being inspired by the new space and the new hair. Let's get her to cut the grass out here. I wanted to see what it would look like on real grass. But you know, she's going to turn around immediately and then go and cut the concrete. There you go. I knew that was going to happen. But yeah, it's much more fun seeing her do that on real land, isn't it? Now, as I was saying, I mean, she doesn't need a big house to make her feel like she is someone, but her mum coincidentally has decided to upgrade their living situation because she can, and she's done that, and I think it's a beautiful house that they've moved into. Let's leave them out here and quickly go in and see one or two other places. You know, they used to share a room, the two girls, but now they have rooms of their own. But over on the side here, we have the garage. And it's got everything in it. It's got the laundry cabinet. It's got the Easter egg hunt bunny in there from when they did the Easter celebration, tools, bins, and a front garage door that opens up into God knows where. They don't have a car. So everything is in here that they need and don't need stuffed away. But they need the deep freezer here, don't they? Now let's quickly go upstairs. I did tell you it's going to be a very busy episode, but I wanted to show this house, and particularly because Ebony and her sister Megan used to share a room, a very tiny room, right? And there's so much love between them. But it makes sense that since Ebony is now a big girl developing, she has a space of her own. This is the family bathroom for the pair of them. There's a section over there for where the toilet unit is, and you know, a nice view of the back garden, a tub. It's a good space for a family to, you know, take care of themselves in. They have a fabulous seating area up here to just have fun with all the toys and so on. And of course, the first door belongs to Ebony. She's got everything she needs. Isn't that amazing? You know, as I say, when they were younger, it was okay to share a room. But now she needs a space. She needs some privacy away from her little sister because she's much older than she is. I'm sure you know what I mean. Now, when you work your way back out into this living room area, upstairs, you then have the door on the side that leads to this beautiful, glorious space for Megan. I think it's a nice room. It would have to be the best nursery I've ever put together for a small kid. It's a nice big room, and I went for the theme of the Easter egg hunt because they had that a few weeks ago, and this is what we've done in the space. And I wanted to grab hold of all those items, you know, the flooring, the wallpaper, and so on. It's perfect. Now, this is Mum's room. You've never seen Mum's room in the other house. A number of you have visited the house already and have built it already and put it up on Facebook, and that's great. But it was nothing to write home about. But this is a room for the mum. She works hard and she has to have a good space to stay in and, you know, relax. This is her closet space. A door leads out there. We'll see that in a second. And this is where her own bathroom is. It's a replica, albeit a little bit smaller. And then here we are. What a view. What a view. I think it's lovely. I need to put some seats out here for her. Maybe she'll have a little chat with her daughter out here or something. And yeah, this is beautiful. This is what we have for the whole house. Now I'm done. We've got to go. I wasn't going to give you a tour, and now I have. But we need to head downtown. A lot's going on. Welcome to Simtown Police Station, where the force organized to serve and protect. And it's time to introduce you to someone you already know, but just need to know a little bit more about. Detective Ken BRAE has been operating undercover from a surveillance van. He has been investigating the disappearance of young boys and girls in the community and has laid upon this dodgy character called Danny, who has been in cahoots with the princess, who has intentions of hurting Pamela. Now, he also assisted the prince in finding the culprit who burnt the chateau to the ground, remember? That's how he got to know the prince, and that's how the prince was at his wedding. When he saw Danny taking photos of Pamela's naked body, he ended the surveillance and arrested him on the spot and brought him into the station. These are one of the reasons why he didn't want to marry his fiancée. He felt that if he puts people behind bars, it's possible that they would come to attack the family that he loved so much, so he didn't want to create one. However, as you know, he is now happily married and has decided to keep much of his work away from his wife, so she has no idea about how dark and evil the world could be.
Zem Mahaba Jim Sam Zisa Sabu Sami Shubebel Mepso Nibs Keps Ding Nang Uchi Ding Nang. Valbagizazan. Haladu, Kap.
You should never have given her the pictures. You're going to be detained.
Moving on, there's been a complication. When Ken arrested Danny on the spot, he realized that Danny was taking photos that were live, and so the princess had got a hold of some of the pictures. This can't be good. Who knows what the princess is going to do with them? Detective Ken is going to have to work really hard with the team to try and stop those photos from going viral, and this is what happens, and it can really be sad. So, he's going to have to get behind his computer and get working. But first, let's check on Pamela. It's a bit too late. The pictures have spread through the school, and Detective Ken and his team are going to do everything they can to see that the photos don't go viral. There are some steps to take. They're going to have to contact the head of school. The head of school is going to have to call an assembly and speak to the children, and then they're going to have to confiscate their phones and make sure that all the nude pictures of Pamela are removed, and they hope it hasn't gone onto social media where it goes viral. The detective is working against the clock. The next thing for the detective to do is to make a phone call, a very important phone call to Pamela's parents, because at this point they need to know what's going on. No. Don't you dare answer the phone. Give your work a break.
Anything you say. You are the boss.
Absolutely. Ebony is devastated and can't believe this has happened to one of her friends. She's going to try and talk her out of hiding away in the toilet.
Stop crying, Pamela. Everyone can hear you. You gonna let me in? Well, I'm here if you need me. I've got to go to class.
As if this day couldn't get any busier, one more thing Ken has to do before the close of work is have the owner of the club downtown come and identify the culprit who ran out of the Jaguar and took off after smashing into Dennis. He swears it was a blonde woman who came out, and he's certain he got a very good look at who it was because he was mortified. Remember, he was actually out there when it happened. So let's have a look.
It's pretty straightforward. Just pick whoever it is you think you saw that night coming out of the Jaguar. Starting from right to left, in the order of 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, Chrissy, this is what's happened. I had an affair with Lillian. Calm down.
What are you talking about, Jeffrey?
It's never
How
going
could
to
you do
happen
that?
again. I never
A
meant to.
time like this? Jeffrey! Somebody help!
Definitely 3.
Whew.